7,000 mga islang pinagpala ng langit. Mayamang mga tubig at kalupaan. Natatangi ang likas na yaman, sisidlan ng pelas ng silangan, bantog sa mga angking hiyas.
Hitik sa mga ngiti, kinabahan na ng panahon. Hindi mapapawi, tukso sa mga puso. Kung sa oras na masubok na, bayanihan ay makikita. Buhay sa atin noon hanggang sa ngayon. Naniningning ang tatlong talat sang araw. Nag-uuliyok sa iyong ibang dilag.
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Tagilikin ang sariling ating, ipagmalaki ang lahi mo. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy.
Itaas ang iyong tingin, hindi mo ba napapansin?
Angat ang iyong dugo, kahit saan mang panig ng mundo. Lakas dunong talento, ipagmakaingay sa mundo na natatangi ang Pilipino. Nagniningning ang tatlong talat sang araw. Nag-uuliyok sa iyong ibang dilag.
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy.
Pagtilikin ang sariling atin, ipagmalaki ang lahi mo.
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Hindi pula, berde, asulo, dilaw ang magdidikta ng kapalaran mo, kundi ikaw. Pag-ibig ang pamayanihin, pag-ibig sa bayang sa'yo ay pumili. Itaas ang noo, isigaw Pilipino. Ating sariwain, dugong ipinawis, paglaya ng bayan sa pagkalingkis. Itigil ang alitan, iangat kaibigan, pagkat mas matibay ang pamayanan kapag tayong lahat ay magtutulungan.
Sa bawat tagumpay,
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sa kabiguan man, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy.
sa ating paglalakbay,
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy.
Hindi maiiwan.
Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Naniningning ang tatlong talat sang araw. Nag-uuliyok sa iyong ibang dilag. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Naniningning ang tatlong talat sang araw. Nag-uuliyok sa iyong ibang dilag. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Pagdiligin ang sariling atin, ipagmalaki ang lahi mo. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy. Sigaw Pinoy, sigaw Pinoy, sa kabiguan, sigaw Pinoy. Saan ka man, sigaw Pinoy, sa kabataan, sigaw Pinoy. Pagdiligin ang sariling atin, ipagmakainay sa mundo na natatangi ang Pilipino. Sigaw Pinoy.
Gisingin na ang diwa, salubungin ang umaga. Handa ka na ba? Masdan mo ang daluyong, umaagos ang pagtulong sa kapwa. Sa kapwa, may sinag sa iyong puso na silong mo'y lisanin na. Liwanag mo'y sisigla kung tayo'y magsasama-sama sa lupa nating naghihingalo. Tayo ang pagbabago, sabay nating suyuin, mailap na pagkakaisa sa pagsikat ng bagong araw. Buong pusong isigaw na tayo ang pagbabago. Yakapin ang pagkakaiba. Liwanag mo'y sisigla kung tayo'y magsasama-sama sa lupa nating naghihingalo. Tayo ang pagbabago, sabay nating suyuin, mainap na pagkakaisa sa pagsikat ng bagong araw. Buong pusong isigaw na tayo ang pagbabago, sabay nating suyuin, mainap na pagkakaisa sa pagsikat ng bagong araw. Buong pusong isigaw na tayo ang pagbabago. Tayo ang pagbabago. Liwanag natin iisa, kaya tayo nang magsama-sama sa lupa nating naghihingalo. Tayo ang pagbabago, sabay nating suyuin, mailap na pagkakaisa sa pagsikat ng bagong araw. Buong pusong isigaw na tayo ang pagbabago, sabay nating suyuin, mailap na pagkakaisa sa pagsikat ng bagong araw. Buong pusong isigaw na tayo ang pagbabago. Tayo ang pagbabago. Tayo ang pagbabago.
Magandang gabi, Pilipinas! Grabe naman yung energy na yun. Wait lang. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas! Good evening to all our viewers from across the Philippines. Tayo Talks is back after a very long break dahil napagod kami. As in, napagod ng bonggang-bongga. Joke lang. No, we were preparing for something and that's going to be next week. But for our first-timers, welcome to Tayo Talks. This is Tayo's signature online media show that hosts various conversations on life, on advocacy, people, and all things youth-related. But for tonight, we will be talking specifically about Tayo 20. So this is our Tayo Talks Tayo 20 series. This is not a webinar, kaya kalmahan nyo lang. Chill. For people in the comment section, kausapin nyo lang kami kung paano nyo kausapin yung mga crush ninyo. Yung with feelings, sabi ni Lady Morgana. Anyway, let's get to know our guests. Medyo bigatin po sila, pero kapatiran tayo dito sa Tayo. So, they will be our friends, our brothers, our sisters, our gay friends tonight. Ala, baka di out yung iba. Charot. But anyway, madalas, these are our kapatiran, pero madalas kachismisan lang talaga. So, I'm very happy to be with very familiar people, not just personally, but also sa office. So we'd like to welcome in our only thorn among the roses. From Tayo 18, we have Meryl Hilda Jalani from Millennials PH. Hi, Ate Meryl.
Hi! Maayong gabi!
Maayong gabi. We have from Tayo 18 rin, Patrick from Pantawid COVID Project. Hi, Pat.
Hello, magandang gabi, Ryan. Hi, Mariel, sa ating mga viewers. Millennials PH, volunteers from Kapit Pinas and Pantawid COVID Project. And of course, batiin ko na din, Ryan, yung more than 53 youth organizations na nanonood din from FEU. Special shout out sa FEU College Y Club. Kasama natin sila tonight. Yay!
Ang lakas. Guys, ang lakas na makasama natin.
Bida.
From Tayo 18, let's move to Tayo 19. So sa Tayo 19, kasama natin Lester Mendoza from Farmbox. Hi, Lester!
Hello, good evening. Hello sa mga nanonood ngayon. Hello.
Tonight, si Lester. Alright, thank you, Lester. And lastly but not the least, of course, pareho kaming fans ng song ng Office. Kyle Atienza from the Street Classroom. Hi, Kyle!
Hi everyone! It's so nice to be back, and kung si Patrick merong 53 na youth organizations, ako naman, hello to my 54 students na nanonood ngayon.
Hindi siya nagpakalo. By the way, I like to recognize si Kyle, meron yan siyang baon-baon dati na army. Parating nagko-comment, like, ibang level. Pero like, to acknowledge din, Meryl, sana kaya today. Kaya naman, Ate Meryl.
Yeah, for some reason, nag-brown out 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Nararamdaman ko na naman yung trauma namin ni Patrick nung nagpapack kami. Ganyan, parang ganun siya ulit. Diba? Pero baka naman lalaban. Malakas tayo kay Lord. Charot.
Correct.
Amen.
Sige. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Pero also, gusto natin batiin yung mga nanonood natin sa atin tonight. Feel free to throw comments, throw questions in our comment section. Feel free to make this conversational. Ayan, meron na agad na nasabing shout out po Ate Meryl Hilda and Kuya Patrick Manuel from Jeros Jade. Ayan, thank you Jeros for dropping by our call. Ayan, I'd also like to highlight, meron po na good evening si Lea Asuncion Mendez. Good evening from Tayo Batch 9. Ayan, it's our 20th year at Tayo, and this is the best time to reunite with our alumni. Alright, so first things first, gusto naming makilala kayo, what you're doing, and your org. So, can you introduce to us your name, your org, and what do you do? Ate Meryl?
Hi! Grabe, nababother ako na biglang nawawala yung ilaw, yung wifi. So please bear with me. I'm from Millennials PH. We are a youth-led group since 2016, and our very main advocacy is social justice. To date, in the last 5 years, we now have 145 chapters, all youth-led all over the Philippines, 145 areas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And we are the national convener of Kapit Mindanao. And now it's called Kapit Pinas because from a COVID response, we became a disaster response since 2020 when we joined the Tayo Awards.
Thank you, Meryl. Guys, so Ate Meryl lang talaga tawag ko sa kanya, pero naasar ko siyang Ate Meryl, kaya nadadala ko hanggang dito. Patrick!
Ayan. Hello, good evening ulit sa lahat. I am Patrick. I am from Millennials PH. Ayan, because of Tayo 18, which mamaya kakwento natin nila Mary with other panelists, right? But prior to joining Millennials PH and Kapit Pinas, I co-founded Pantawid COVID Project. So it's a youth-led COVID response led by students from FEU Manila, specifically for the street vendors sa paligid ng campus. But because of the support that we've received from different partners, companies, and organizations, we grew into a Luzon-based COVID response, raising more than 5 million pesos in our first 3 months. Yun lang naman. And then the rest of the introduction, yung mga war flashbacks, yan. Later na lang yan. Natatawa si Meryl, alam na yan.
Pat, by the way, and Meryl, can you share with us your full-time work if it's okay with you?
Yeah. Patrick is an executive director of FU Foundation. Talaga ako nagsabi. Kasi usually he won't.
Person.
Yes, I'm gonna say it na lang. And he's also the incoming vice president of Millennials PH full-time. Di ba, Pat?
Yes.
Anyway,
recorded
my
and
full-time
live.
work... Baklaan talaga to. My full-time work is that I work as an executive director of Millennials PH, but also I'm a woman in tech, so I lead my own tech company based in Australia in the last 5 years.
Thank you, Meryl and Patrick. Kyle, bago ka maputol.
Di ba nang sample
Ayun.
na yung putol agad sa amin. Hi
Ayan.
everyone. Calls me Kuya Kyle. In my school, everyone calls me Sir Kyle. I'm a full-time public school teacher, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Street Classroom. So what we do is we provide support system to all types of learners para ma-encourage namin sila to go back to formal schooling. At the same time, just last August, I became the operations head of the Angat Buhay Literacy Hub, one of the pilot sites here in Marinduque. So ayun, yun yung ginagawa namin. So we provide support system and we also provide informal education to all types of learners. In the past 3 years, we have managed to help more than 8,000 Marinduqueños, and all of those came from pure kindness dito sa heart of the Philippines.
Power, diba? Thank you, Kyle. Lester.
So hello everyone, I'm Lester. I'm currently in our farm to table cafe of Farm Box, which was opened last September. Ngayon, last first week of September. So nandito ako ngayon. So I'm Lester, the founding farmer and the chief executive officer of Farm Box. So at Farm Box, we transform how private enterprises, organizations, and even impact-driven individuals to do their CSR and impact projects by from traditional to sustainable investing or socially responsible investing to our local farmers. So we have our boxes in which we provide it to the farmers in terms of farming supplies and helping them to market their produce. And in that way, we will be able to jumpstart the agri journey of our farmers. So currently, we are present in 5 provinces. So we have in Batangas, we have 5 communities in 4 provinces. So we have in Batangas, Aurora, Pampanga, and Nueva Ecija.
Thank you, Lester. Ayan. So you already know our mga kasama for tonight. So let's get to know paano nila nakilalaan tayo. So and this goes out to anybody can answer. Pero how did you know about tayo? Or where did you learn about tayo? Or kahit ano yung first impression nyo of tayo? Ayan. Anybody wants to start?
Okay, let us start. For Farm Box, I saw one of the posts of tayo, and that's the last day na. So nakita ko lang siya when I'm scrolling on social media, and in that's like July ata or June. So parang okay, bukas na yung deadline. Sabi ko, baka hindi for us this award. Pero they've extended for another 5 days ata. So that is when, nag-extend. So baka may possible na makaabot yung application namin with tayo. And I'm hearing na tayo alongside with POSP and TOIM. So this one is for the youth organization, and that time Farmbox is being led by youth leaders also here in Batangas. So nung nag-extend sila, sabi ko, baka ito yung sign now the organization can join. And luckily, nakapag-submit kami and we've managed to secure a spot on the 10 accomplished youth organization of Tayo 19.
Thank you Lester. Sobrang I remember yung pitch ng Farm Box, yung full website nila. Tapos kami parang, wow, seryoso sila. Ayun, sobrang ganda ng website ng Farm Box if you want to check that out. What about you, Kyle? Paano mo narinig ang tayo?
Ako naman, when we established the org last 2019, ang una naming hinanap is to find grants na pwedeng makatulong sa amin to start up the organization. And one of our members sent us the post. Tayo 17 pa lang yun in 2019. So nag-try kami. And then luckily we made it to the regional finals. And then kasi 3 beses kami sumali ng tayo. Tapos ang una talaga naming motivation nun is yung trophy. Kasi sobrang ganda talaga ng trophy ng tayo. Grabe. Parang aside from the cash grant, ang talaga namin yung trophy kasi sobrang ganda talaga niya. And then ayun, tapos during our second time in Tayo 18, ang nag-motivate na sa amin to join is our beneficiaries. So, ayun siya. Doon namin nakilala yung tayo. And basically sa online din namin siya nakilala.
Online. Oh. So, wait, nag-freeze. Nasa Pilipinas tayo kasi yung internet natin sobrang lakas, nakakahiya. So Kyle, is it safe to say na nakilala mo ang tayo through kahit online, you still learned it from a person, like a mentor or something?
Yes. Bali, the person who sent this ay from Romblon pa, from one of our networks ng The Street Classroom. And then we tried nga to join. And nung time na yun, hindi pa talaga sobrang boom ang youth organizations dito sa Marinduque. Kaya nung nag-try kami, and we made it to the regional finals. Ang daming youth organizations na bigla nagsulputan and they also wanted to try joining tayo. Kaya nga nung nag-release ng PubMat weeks ago, sabi ko sa kanila, time nyo na to join. Sundan nyo na yung journey namin with tayo. Sabi ko sa kanila.
Thanks, Kyle. Ikaw ba, Meryl? Paano mo na nakilalaan tayo?
Sometime in 2015, 2016, I had this invite in LaSalle to talk about a certain topic. Tapos, Trisha was there. She was the executive director at that time. And she told me to apply sa Tayo Awards. And actually, this is our third Tayo Award. Not Millennial Speech, but my previous orgs has won to, dabayabang ko. May 3 na kami trophy. Joke lang. So after that, diba? After that encounter with Patricia Matute, the previous executive director, we applied, and the main motivation was really money. You know, when you're a youth organization, can you hear that? Sorry, I think it's my notifications. Oh my god. So basically, our main motivation was really money. You know, in 2017, at that time, there's not much youth organizations that have the same level of funding and sustainability today. And so, you know, we got motivated to win so that we'll have more money to be able to do our projects. But I think like the best and the shortcut answer there is that I met Trisha in an event, and then she told us after I introduced my organization, she said, "Why don't you apply for Tayo Awards?" And then we just kept applying in the past 6 years. We'll stop, promise. This is the last time.
Wala naman cap. Ano lang. Ayun, that's a press release for everybody. Kahit nanalo na kayo ng previous tayo, it's okay to apply again. Kasi that's usually, we get that impression na parang, nanalo na kami in this year. Hindi na kami pwedeng sumali ulit. No, pwede kayong sumali ulit. For as long as you don't pitch the same project that you pitched the previous year. Yun. Thank you for that, Mariel. What about you, Patrick?
Well, nung panahon kasi namin, kala mo ang tanda na nung panahon namin.
Tayo
18, tayo 1A, tayo 18, di ba? Special yung year na yun for tayo kasi it focused on COVID response talaga. So if if follower kayo ng Tayo, like alam nyo na meron silang pillars for education, for livelihood, but for Tayo 18, very specific for COVID response. And nung nagsisimula kami sa Pantawid COVID project, super wala kaming network, walang funding, wala lahat. As in, clout lang on Facebook, pa-share sa mga friends. So, nung nakita namin yung pub, and also being part of the YCL network, ayan, isa sa mga sugid na taga-suporta ng Tayo Awards. And that time, I was doing my academic fellowship in YCL. So they invited us to join. I joined Tayo because of the network. Ayan. And very, very good yung story ng Tayo for us Pantawid COVID Project kasi I met Meryl, I met a lot of people na ngayon development sisters and brothers ko na. And then later on, yun yung backstory why medyo confused yung iba ano nangyari kay Pantawid COVID ba't naging Kapit Pinas. So yung mga org sa Tayo na sobrahan ng collaboration, bumuo ng isang mas malaking movement, and that I am always proud of. Kaya yon, thank you so much to the YCL Network and of course sa former executive director kay Patricia Matute. Shout out sa iyo, B.
Tama. Nanonood yan si Trish. Shoutout nila siya ng shoutout. Magiging ano daw siya, magiging troll daw siya tonight sa comments. Pero kakausap lang namin, nagdi-dinner pa lang daw siya. Anyway, going back to our conversation, I want to know kasi hindi namin 'to malalaman from the secretariat. Pero ano yung kiliti point ninyo? Bakit ano yung parang okay, mag-apply ako sa Tayo? Ano yung ganun na moment ninyo? Kyle.
Ayan, sige. Good thing ako unang tinanong mo kasi feeling ko masasagot din nila yung sagot ko eh. When we joined Tayo, ang una namin ginawa, chinek namin yung website and then ang una naming chinek na tab is yung previous winners. Tapos nung tinignan namin siya, sabi namin, ba't parang mas magaling tayo kaysa dito sa mga orgs na to? Yun talaga yung initial response namin na, ay shit, mananalo din tayo dito kasi parang mas magaling tayo kaysa sa kanila, sabi namin ganyan. So we submitted our proposal. Honestly, yun talaga yung namin na, guys, qualified tayo for Tayo. Yun talaga yung namin. Yun yung naging motivation namin to pursue our application.
Diba sinabi ko sa inyo, shock din ako kasi hindi ko yun alam. Pero okay lang. Kasi nandito si Kyle ngayon. Kung hindi niya yun nakita, wala si Kyle ngayon dito. So thank you for that, Kyle. Si Meryl tawang-tawa. Ikaw nga, Meryl. Ano yung kiliti point ng MPH?
Ano ba yan? Shocked pa rin ako. Di ba ako tapos? Wait lang. Grabe ka, Kyle. Di ba kinaya yan? Feeling ko dapat, Patrick, i-add natin si Kyle sa group chat natin kung saan naglilista tayo ng mga bagay-bagay. Joke lang. Yung kiliti point ng MPH, Millennials PH, when we joined the Tayo Awards in 2020. Actually, guys, grabe. Nag-apply kami on the day of the deadline. We didn't want to apply that year kasi nga, nandun ako sa mentality na pangatlong tayo na namin to if ever. I mean, not my org, but like, people who were joining, parang gano'n. So parang I felt like, no na. At the same time, but Trisha messaged us saying, you should apply for Kapit Mindanao and Kapit Pinas because it's such a huge network. I think like for context, Kapit Pinas is so huge that it's a coalition and the biggest youth-led movement ever with 300 youth orgs in the Philippines. Also being able to raise 15 million pesos in the past 2 years just by doing our amazing fundraising. So it's such a huge network, but what comes with that is that there's a lot of hard work in place. So that time when the Tayo Awards was calling for the search in 2020, pagod na kami ni Patrick Manuel, mamamatay na kami sa pagod. Di na namin kaya mag-apply. But we realized that the Tayo Awards is not just for Millennials PH. We applied because we wanted to make sure that the 300 partner youth organizations working with Kapit Pinas get that kind of honor and also a push dun sa ginagawa natin, like the icing on the cake, that what they're doing, no matter how small it is, no matter how big it is, no matter how crazy it is for the movement, it actually matters. And so that's why our trophy is not for Millennials PH. It's for all of our volunteers, 50,000 volunteers all over the country, and also the 300 youth organizations, most of them informal youth groups that that was part of the movement. So yeah, that was our kiliti point. We wanted to honor our partners and our volunteers. So we couldn't give them money out of the 15 million pesos because we're doing a disaster response, but we wanted to give them something that they will be proud of. That the trophy, although it's physically here in the Millennials PH office, it's for each and every volunteer. No matter, marami kasi kaming volunteers, guys, na they were on the ground. They were in Cagayan de Oro, they were in Bukidnon, they were in Cotabato, etc. But we also have lots of volunteers that were doing online work. So they were sharing all the pub mats, they were doing all digital creatives, etc. And so kahit wala sila physically, we wanted to be able to tell them that kahit online lang, makikita mo, pag nakita natin yung pangalan natin na nanalo tayo sa movement, sa'yo yan. Sayo yan. Parang gano'n. Iyak na ako. Eme.
Thank you. Sana ni-ready pala namin yung mga award-winning reactions niyo nung nanalo ka ng tayo. Sobrang saya nun. Anyway, by the way, before we proceed to Patrick, gusto kong i-share sa crowd na later meron tayong Ask Tayo segment. So, if you have any questions to our guest or towards tayo about the search, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section and we'll take note of that. But more than that, meron din tayong Tayo Asks after that segment. And we'll be giving away 100 worth of GCash for prizes sa mga tanong namin about tayo. Okay? Alright. Sige, Patrick. Ano yung kiliti point ng Pantawid COVID Project?
Ayan. For Pantawid COVID Project naman, as I've mentioned earlier, super specific ng requirement ng tayo 18 nung batch namin na it should be a COVID response, whether online or offline. And then, nung mga panahon na yon, nung nag-a-apply kami for tayo, para kasing, di ba, Pantawid COVID Project was born out of the aim of helping the street vendors na na-displaced sa Moraita, Manila. And then we've done a lot of relief operations already. We've reached out to thousands of families in the zone. I think naka 30 barangays kami or 35, of course, made possible by our partner orgs and benefactors and partners. So nandun kami sa point na, okay, we've done a lot already. What started from a Facebook post, a personal Facebook post, grew to be one of the biggest youth-led movement in Luzon for COVID response na talaga nakagalaw tayo even though may mga restrictions thanks to our partners. We realized na, okay, we've raised money, we have this millions of donations, we have this partner orgs, we have this networks, we were recognized by a lot of news organizations. What happens next? Diba? Parang sayang naman yung nabuong synergy ng pandemic ng mga kabataan. While Capit Mindanao is mobilizing in Mindanao, we're also mobilizing there in Luzon. So what's next? Anong bago or what happens next to Pantawid COVID Project? So nung sinare sa amin ni Trisha yung application form, nakita namin na number one, may funding siya, may grant. So after natin mag-relief operations, reach out to communities, vulnerable communities na nahirapan because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, pwede natin siyang gawing entry point to a more sustainable projects. So ang una naming beneficiary is of course yung mga street vendors sa Moraita. So what we did is we thought of a project na pwedeng paggamitan ng fund na mapapanalunan from tayo. And inside joke namin to, nasa tayo 18, kami yung top 11, di ba? So may top 10, kami yung top 11, or 11.5, but either way, malaking help yung grant na yon for the national finalists. So ngayon, we use it to operate a more sustainable initiative. So right now, we are helping these street vendors, yung pinakaunang beneficiary ni Pantawid COVID Project, to start their urban garden in Legarda. So I think, yun yung kiliti namin, di ba, na okay, tayo 18 is very specific to COVID response, but our COVID response was born out of urgency to help our kababayan, but what happens to the network and the resources next? So yun, it helped us sustain the initiative. But later on, of course, Pantawid was absorbed by Kapit Pinas and Millennials PH. I think yun yung kilite ni Pantawid COVID Project.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Pat, can you share, kasi my next question is, what's the highlight of your experience at Tayo?
Ay,
And I feel like
nako.
na-mention mo na rin kanina. So, I think simulan mo
Okay.
na.
Right. So,
Ayun lang. Anyway, while waiting, kasi inaantok
hindi
ata
ka,
si Patrick, natulog
eh,
siya.
okay na, online. Nagpanik ako, nakat yung internet. Ayan. So, si Pantawid COVID Project and si Millennials PH are two different entities. But, naging friends.
Okay guys, nawala po si Patrick. Ang saya pala ng live na to, no? Anyway, before we give the question to another person, again, if you have any questions about tayo, feel free to drop them down in the comments and we'll answer them at the Ask Tayo segment later. But we also have something for you. We have 100 pesos worth of GCash to share with you for our Tayo Asks segment. So we'll be asking a question about tayo. And if you get the right answer, we'll send over our GCash to you. Ayan, Patrick is back.
Ayan. Shout out sa internet provider ng nakalala ko. Nakalala ko pa rin ako. So I'll make it fast. Ang highlight ng Tayo 18 ko is of course meeting Meryl and the Millennials PH team. So Ryan, if you as far as you know our stories, they Kapit Mindanao, they're mobilizing in Mindanao, and then we have Pantawid COVID Project who's mobilizing in Luzon. But because of Super Typhoon Ulysses, nag-merge kami ni Meryl kasi nag-meet kami sa isang, like this, virtual talk. Diba? So grabe, you'll never know the bridges na mabubuo sa mga ganitong virtual talks. And yun, yun yung point na si Pantawid COVID Project, isa na siya sa mga co-conveners ng Kapit Pinas. I will let Meryl discuss the figures of Kapit Pinas, but we're proud to say that we are the biggest youth-led COVID and disaster response in the Philippines. So ang highlight ko noon ay ang aming buwis-buhay na travel to Bicol when we did a relief operations for Kapit Pinas nung Typhoon Ulysses. So, of course, another highlight is nagulat kami ni Meryl that Philippine Air Force offered a C-130 plane to transport all our donations from Manila to Bicol. And then, kami ni Meryl nag-land travel kami going to Bicol. And, grabing journey yon. And then, yun na pag-uusapan namin na alam mo be, tanggap ko na talaga nasa tayo 18 kahit top 20 lang or bronze, carry na yon. Kasi sobrang rewarding nung experience na hindi na kami nakaka-deliver sa mga requirements ng tayo. Like, yung pitch video, pwede ba konting extension na kasi nasa Bicol kami, walang signal, umuulan, ang lakas ng hugubet. And very grateful naman kami na tayo still considered our entry. Kasi alam naman nila Trish yan ni Ryan na nagre-repack kami dito sa FUH headquarters namin together with the youth orgs and FU like FU College White Club, kasama natin sila na talagang active. Yun yung highlight ng tayo 18 experience ko. Meeting friends virtually na you'll never know, magiging soul sister, soul family mo na. At naging VP pa nga ako ng MPH Kaloka. Ganong level siya ng friendship and relationship. And I hope yung mga future applicants will also experience the same experience that we experience. Ano experience, no? So basically, sana ma-meet nyo din yung org na hindi nyo na makaka-collaborate, but magiging part kayo and yayakapin nila kayo wholeheartedly. And, you'll make more things possible in the future. Daming chika, daming airtime. Ako talaga si Marina Summers dito. Char!
Thanks, Pat. Thank you for highlighting that part because I hope na parang the next few applicants will look to tayo as an opportunity to make friends rather than just applying to compete with other organizations, because truly the goal of recognizing organizations is not just to pit each organization against each other, but really to recognize the work that you do in your communities. And sobrang plus yung meron kang kilala na or meron kang nakilala in the search. Meryl, highlight in tayo. By the way, before Meryl speaks, si Kyle, I think naputol po yung internet ni Kyle, pero I'm sure babalik yun. So sa mga supporters ng The Street Classroom, hindi po natin pababayaan si Kyle. We'll wait for Kyle. Meryl?
Diba? Bumabagyo sa Mandaluyong. Grabe yung kidlat right now. kung narinig niyo yung sound effects ko, ganun kami ka-extra. Charot lang. I think the most unforgettable thing with my Tayo experience was that number one, muntik na kami mamatay ni Patrick, ganun. Kasi gusto namin mag-deliver ng disaster response na mga gamit at pera. So, what happened was we had 400,000 worth of donations. And in order to reach Bicol, kasi yun yung pinaka-hit na area that time by Kinta, Super Typhoon Kinta, kailangan namin ng Air Force. So guys, nagpa-mobilize kami ng C-130. We had military cars, ganyan. Tapos yung Air Force, meron kaming kasama sa van, mag-travel kami ni Patrick. And Patrick and I were talking about, okay, this is amazing, ganyan. And that was our first time meeting each other physically. I think like yung hindi ko makakalimutan was that I was wearing a face shield and a face mask. Nagtatayo talks ako sa basement somewhere in Ortigas kasama si Venus Ra. 'Di ba, Pat? Tapos, ayun, like, habang nagtatayo talk sa basement kasi nagpa-pack kami bago pumunta ng Bicol, andun si Venus Ran, she was so kind to say hi during, the tayo talks, ganyan. Tapos kami ni Pat, we were having fun. Tapos, habang naka-face shield ako, tsaka naka-face mask, nagbeso sa akin si Patrick Manuel. Tapos, grabe pa yung takot ko sa COVID that time. So, nung nagbeso siya, gusto ko siyang jombagin. Pero ngayon, mag-sisters na kami, ganyan. Tapos, ayun, we were happy. Pat and I traveled with 10 Air Force reservists in a van. And while nagta-travel kami, kailangan namin tumigil sa isang area kasi medyo may conflict in the middle of the night. So parang yun yung strike one, mamamatay na tayo, Patrick Manuel. Tapos, nung tapos na yung conflict, kasi bagyo, diba? Number 2, na feeling namin, eto na yung end of our existence. May pagdaan namin, tapos malakas yung ulan, sobrang slidey. Merong truck na nakabaliktad. Sabi ko kay Patrick, oh my God, Pat, di talaga tayo makakabalik na Maynila. Tapos pangatlo, habang nagta-travel kami ni Patrick, ganyan, ang dami lang talaga nangyari. Baha, earthquake, kung ano-ano. Tapos, ang daming calls na, sorry, yung C-130 madedelay ng 1 week, ganyan, and papunta na kaming Bicol. So, the best part of that experience was that Pat and I were working under pressure, so much pressure. And from plan A to plan C, which is normal, Patrick and I at the back of the van, we're talking about, okay, this is our plan A, plan B, plan C. Umabot kami ng plan N. Crazy. And that was the moment I realized that out of everybody that I've worked with in the past 18 years, because I've been a youth leader for 18 years, I actually met a soulmate who I'm very, very compatible with because I'm not a multitasker, and Patrick is like the most multitasker, high-functional human being I have ever met. So from number 1, gusto ko siyang jombagin kasi nagbeso siya sa akin habang naka-face shield at face mask ako. Andun ako sa I can't live without Patrick. And Patrick and I were saying, alam mo, forever na yung friendship natin kasi kung nalampasan natin tong threat sa buhay natin because of so much, disaster, kung nalampasan natin yon and all the pressure and all the partners, malalampasan namin lahat. And 2 years later, Patrick and I are still working together with less pressure this time, but I hope like with more impact. So I think that's my most important moment in Tayo Awards.
Thanks, Mariel. Thank you for proving to us na one way or another, makakahanap ka ng soulmate sa tayo. So yung mga naghahanap, pwede nyo.
Tapos manonood kayo every Wednesday ng Drag Race PH, ganyan, watch party, every Friday, antak, ganyan. Di ba masaya?
Correct. Thank you. Thank you, Mariel. Before we proceed, Lester, hindi pa kita natanong anong kiliti ng Farm Box, kung bakit kayo nag-apply sa tayo. Quickly. And then let's welcome Kyle back.
Okay. So, for that, kasi, I think, tayo is my second pitching. Parang pitching siya so parang siya yung second application ko. The first one is that when I applied na si Farmbox is an idea. So it's a hackathon wherein I submitted the idea of Farmbox. And luckily that time nanalo kami, which funded the idea to be Farmbox. So in that moment, sabi ko, okay, what's next? Na okay, we are scaling up fast. So parang in a matter of 2 to 4 weeks, we've established another 2 communities. So based also on the grant from the competition. So what we need that time is exposure. And ako personally, it's my parang 4 months or 5 months in a social entrepreneurship because I was in a corporate role for the past 4 years that time. So I think yun yung naging kilitin. Okay, why don't I join tayo? It's a good exposure and it's a good parang experience to be with similar people with the same goal. So yun yung naging parang kilitin na okay, mag-apply ako sa tayo. So yun, and from that, then we're lucky na we've been selected as one of the 10 accomplished youth organization, even though wala pang 1 year or sobrang young pa ng social enterprise na Farmbox. And that time, we only have one community nung nag-start kami with tayo. And now, we have 5. Or we have 5 now. So, parang ganon.
Tama, naalala. Lester, di ba, ikaw yung umalis sa corporate job mo to go full-time sa
Yes. Yes. So, I gave up my job to be with Farmbox. Kasi parang nagkakaroon na ng ang dami ng sunod-sunod and yung naging namin startup mode kami na we need to scale fast. Kasi that's parang nandun yung momentum and also kailangan natin kumita ng pera for us to continue the impact that we are creating. So in that, doon namin siya nakita sa growth namin and we need to make it fast. Kaya, okay, sacrifice ko yung corporate job ko just to make Farmbox bigger. So hindi naman ako nagsisisi na give up ko yon kasi right now, we are expanding and we're helping more and more farmers here in the Philippines, especially in Luzon. So, yun. Idiretso ko na lang sa highlight. So,
yes,
yung naging
go.
highlight, hindi ko siya nakwento that time. Pero kasi, that is parang, hindi ko alam kung semifinals or the top 60 na i-interviewin yung beneficiaries. So,
Validation.
that time, parang validation yan. So, parang, walang signal sa farm, dun sa kung saan meron kaming community. So, kailangan dalhin ko yung mga farmers papunta sa bayan or dun sa may stronger signal. Kasi through Zoom yung interview for the beneficiaries. Tapos, parang, ang nangyari, yung susundo sa mga farmers, nasiraan. So, parang magsa-start na. So, nag-drive ako. Ako mismo, nag-drive ako papunta dun sa farm para sunduin yung mga farmers. I think dalawang round trip. Kasi, parang wala kaming makuha sa sakyan. So, ako sabi ko, okay, ako na mag-drive papunta dun sa venue kung saan i-interviewin yung mga farmers. Kung saan nandun naka-set up kami. Kasi naka-set up siya and all. Kasi parang yung mga farmers naman namin, iba, hindi naman sila marunong mag-zoom. So, kaya nag-set up talaga kami for the interview. And yun yung isa na pinakangarag na kailangan i-drive ko yung mga farmers para doon papunta sa venue just to make that interview na naka-ready na yung email ko na baka pwedeng na-late kami kasi susunduin ko pa yung mga farmers. So, parang yung 30-minute drive from the farm, parang ginawa ko lang siya 15. So, parang talaga, para umabot kasi nakakahiya kapag na-late kami or something. So, yun yung naging highlight ng application namin during tayo.
Hindi namin yun alam. Surprise. Kaya may tayo talks tayo. Pero amazing. Hindi namin yun alam. Like, wala. Smooth lang yung validation namin with Farm Talks. Thank you for that, Lester. Ikaw, Kyle. Nung nawala ka, Kyle, parang nagkakagulo yung tao kung saan ka. So, parang every episode na lang ata, dadalhin ka namin dito. Anyway, Kyle, ano yung highlight na hindi mo makakalimutan sa tayo or yung mga hindi mong parang yun, hindi mo makakalimutan na highlight or experience sa tayo?
Unang pinakamatinding sigurong highlight yung every time na nasa Tayo Talk ako, or even during the validation interview na nawawalan kami ng internet. Tapos I have to immediately email yung nagba-validate sa amin. Tapos sasabihin ko na baka pwede pong saglit lang kasi either nawalan ng kuryente or nawalan nga ng internet connection, ganyan. Pero ang pinaka-highlight ko siguro, especially during tayo 19, is the expert screening. Kasi nung tayo 17 kami, ano lang kami, hanggang regional finals lang. And then tayo 18 hanggang expert screening lang. And then yung expert screening namin nun, hindi siya yung live na sa Zoom. Ito-text lang sa'yo yung question ni expert. And then kailangan mo siyang sagutin through a text message din. Ganon. Kami yung unang batch kasi dumaan sa expert screening. Pero dung expert screening ng tayo 19, ano talaga siya, nabigla kami na ang mga nasa harap namin, CEO ng Coca-Cola Foundation, ng mga different banks, companies, ganyan. Tapos parang nandun ako sa mood ng pag-answer ng different questions. Parang sobrang na-master ko lahat ng data namin. Tapos yung debriefing ng expert screening, sabi ni Trish, alam niyo ba dun sa sa 40 na dumaan sa expert screening, merong isa doon na sobrang galing sumagot. Tapos hindi ako aware na ako pala yung tinutukoy niya. O di ba ang yabang ko na naman. Tapos nung sinabi niya yun, sobrang na-conscious na ako sa way ng pagsagot ko. Kasi lagi niyang sinasabi na, kasi nata-target niya na, kuwari ang question lang is ganito, nasasagot niya yung other questions na itatanong pa lang. Kaya sobrang na-maximize niya yung 5 minutes. Yun yung naging highlight kasi parang hindi ko na-realize na meron talagang point na parang good pressure, ganyan, pag nasa tayo ka na na bigla mong maalala lahat ng data, ganyan, yung kaba mo biglang mawawala kasi parang feeling mo sobrang galing mong sumagot dun sa mga question. Yun siguro yung yung pinaka highlight namin. And also aside from the sa tayo sprint video kasi sobrang saya niyang gawin.
I think it's also nagamay mo yung advocacy mo. Kaya out of the blue, hindi mo kailangan mag-isip kung ano yung advocacy mo. Like, example, Meryl, kapag sasabi na X amount of youth organizations under Kapit Mindanao and then Kapit Pinas, di ba? Hindi siya pag-iisipan kasi alam na alam mo kung ano yun. So, and Kyle, kasi gamay na gamay mo ang street classroom. Anyway, one last question before sige, let's do ask tayo muna. So may nag-send in ng questions kanina and through our Instagram, and the question is medyo ngarag siya nga question pero sige, go laban. Ano daw yung green flag niyo? What's your green flag? Sige, anything under the sun kasi yung category ng ask tayo. So, ano yung green flag nyo? Go,
Ryan,
Leslie.
is this question like a green flag as an org or like as a person?
As a person, as a guest tonight.
Okay. Noted. Takot sa green flags. Okay, Kyle, let's go.
Na naman tinuro nila, di ba? Grabe, tingnan ko bigla yung comment section natin. Ang lala ng mga estudyante ko ngayon. Sobrang ingay nila hanggang sa online. Ayan, anyway. Oo, di ba? Sama-sama silang nag-ingay sa comment section. Green flag? Siguro yung naiintindihan yung busy schedule mo. Especially sa orgs, sobrang tight ng schedule na for example, ako, full-time teacher ako, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. committed to work. After 6 p.m., anything org-related, dyan na yan papasok. So, yung mga meetings mo, ganyan, interviews like this, kailangan maintindihan nyo na, hey, hindi ako regular na tao, sobrang busy kong tao. So, kung gusto mo kong i-pursue, dapat maintindihan mo din yung schedule ko. Ganyan. Yun siguro.
Thanks, Kyle. Lester or Patrick? Eddie.
Sige, nag-iisip pa ako kung ako or sa akin, for me, siguro yung green flag is, hindi ko alam kung green flag siya, pero uh, patient. Kasi ano sa akin talagang when you want something, kailangan patient ka to have that, or kung may goal ka, kailangan patient nga na magawa yon. Kasi for me kasi, pag yung isang tao din, green flag din sa isang tao na patient siya, kasi like for us kasi, hindi like for us, sobrang busy natin. Hindi ko alam kung anong meron sa mga masyadong involved na mga youth or tao. Sobrang busy nila sa lahat ng bagay. Parang lahat ng pwedeng gawin na makakatulong or magagawa nila, isisingit nila ng isisingit. So siguro yun din yung hinahanap ko na patient. And I'm lucky to have someone na patient, na talagang naiintindihan yung mga ginagawa ko, sinusuportahan ako. One time kasi meron akong class na isa din. Tapos para yung partner, sabay kasi, so parang yung partner ko, okay, pwede ikaw muna yung umattend ng isa kong class, naka-off cam naman. Ay, sorry, baka naka-off cam naman, ikaw na lang yung umattend. Tapos sa mga exhibit, pag may mga exhibit kami, wala akong, kailangan ko ng tao for that. Pwede ikaw naman yung ano. So parang ang patience niya through all those, talagang okay siya for, parang, okay, tutulungan kita. Ganon. So parang ganon.
Ayun lang, naibida ni Lester na meron siyang Patrick, ikaw pa, kumusta? Charot.
Ayan, natouch naman ako kay Lester. Grabe. Sana all, di ba? May ganon na very supportive. Ayan, siguro ang green flag ko as a person. Ang hirap mag-bot ng bangko, hindi ako sanay. Kaloka, ang hirap mag-self-promotion. Siguro yung green flag ko na lang, in general. As in life, in this battle, what we call life, lakas ng loob at tapang lang yung puhunan ko. Like in everything that I do, di ba? First, let's say, starting Pantawid COVID project. Lakas lang ng loob yung puhunan natin dyan and tapang. Joining Kapit Pinas and Millennials PH. Ayan. And of course, pag-apply sa tayo, lakas lang ng loob at tapang. Yung tapang na kaya kang ipaglaban. Pero sana may pinaglalaban muna, di ba? Hindi puro lakas lang ng loob at tapang. Ayan. Hello, ang daming mga bumabati sa comment section na babasa ko dito. Hello po sa mga volunteers natin from FE College Y Club and Millennials PH. And of course, Pantawid COVID Project. Mabuhay po kayo.
Ayun. Thanks, Pat. Beryl, green flag.
Alam mo talaga, Ryan, I remember the other night, you just posted something on your stories that said, sometimes talaga, sa sobrang dami ng green flag, di ka na natutuwa kasi ikaw na yung red flag. Andun ako sa stage ngayon. Joke lang. may lang, pinapatawa ko lang si Kyle bago siya ma-disconnect ulit. I think my green flag is being able to connect to people. I think like when I was younger, I thought I was a jack of all trades. And then when I got older, I realized that I had this certain set of expertise, which took me a lot of effort and time and heartbreaks, and pera. And then I just realized it when I was already more than 25 years old. Doon ko pa na-realize na, oh my God, ito pala yung gusto kong gawin. Ito pala yung expertise ko. So, it took me a while. But even when I'm a little bit of a late bloomer in terms of what I'm good at, I realized that what I'm actually really, really best at is connecting with people. So, it could be org mates, it could be partners, it could be, drivers or the military guys that we partnered with, or older people or kids or dogs. Like, I'm really, really good at connecting people, and I don't know why. So, yeah, I think that's my green flag. And so, so that is case in point. So now, when you're thinking about relationships, for example, and if they don't connect, you don't na lang. Kasi parang, hindi tayo wavelength, ganyan. So, never mind. Parang ganon. So, I feel like, no matter how good you are with connecting to people, people still have to connect with you as well. It has to be like a two-way street. Di ba, Patrick?
And sasabihin ko sana, case in point, I feel like the bond between Meryl and Patrick ngayon, nakikita natin na um, yung wag kayo ng green flag ni Meryl. Yung
Which
how
tayo
she
18 talaga.
Also, Ryan, I
Ah,
just want to tell you kanina, a little bit of like dagdag lang, dun sa highlight. I remember, nagpapack kami ni Patrick, Kapit Pinas, tapos tayo week yun. Tapos umuubo na kami, nilalagnat na kami, tapos pagod na kami, tapos may mga deadline. Tapos isa sa deadline ay pinagpapasa mo kami ng pitch. Tapos nag-message kami kay Ryan. Ryan, hello Sir Ryan, pwede bang i-extend ng 1 to 2 days lang yung pitch? Tapos nag-reply si Ryan, sobrang taray, sabi niya hindi daw pwede. Tapos kami ni Patrick, okay, gawin na lang talaga natin dito. Tapos nag-pitch kami ni Patrick habang nagpapak. So yung pitch namin sobrang ingay. Pero okay lang, nanalo pa rin naman tayo. So G lang.
and mahal
Ganun
na nila
po
ako
kami
ngayon, guys. So, okay na yun.
Guys,
Pero
basta-
true, hindi yun hindi na yun ma-extend. Explain. Anyway, our next question is specifically for Kyle. Ang tanong ay, may quiz ba daw sa Monday? Charot, hindi. Our next question is, paano ninyo mababalance yung work and org life nyo bilang nagpapatakbo kayo ng orgs? Like, you're not just members of org, you're leading organizations, but also, you also have your full-time work. So, how do you balance? Kyle?
Ako na ba ulit? Ayan, ako na pala. Ako, I'm very blessed na yung passion ko and my org is the same thing. Kasi I'm a full-time teacher and my org also is in line with education. And it's also a good thing kasi yung partners namin ay mismong nakakatrabaho ko na. So, for example, we have DSWD, we have DepEd, ganyan. Kaya, medyo, honestly, hindi siya ganun kahirap i-juggle yung schedule between org and work. Kasi nga, almost the same din lang yung ginagawa. Ang mahirap lang siguro is yung time for sleep. Na parang halos lahat naman ng org leaders, parang kulang din sa sleep. Pero, ayun, medyo manageable naman sa akin kasi nga, lang, same field lang siya.
Kaya may pahabol po. Paano po sir na kaya maging single for 6? Mga estudyante mo ko. Anyway,
Alam nyo, malalagot kayo next week.
at may magki-quiz po sa Monday.
Lagot.
Patrick.
Yes.
Paano mo binabalance yung Kapit Pinas work and being FEU Executive Director? FEU Foundation Executive
Ayan,
Director.
hindi natin masyadong ginagamit yan kasi akala nila super fancy nung title na ED pero pag nasa loob ka na, stressful siya. So, I think, Ryan, the answer is I am really happy and very blessed and privileged na parang nakita ko yung ikigai ko. Like, ginagawa mo si Kapit Pinas. Actually, Kapit Pinas, Millennials PH and Pentawid COVID Project paved the way for me because of doing that disaster project and other community-based. Doon ko na-realize na I think I am really for development work. Parang I left my corporate job. Sabi ko nga kanina, green flag ko lang, lakas lang ng loob at hapa. Iniwan ko yung super secured na corporate job with Ayala Land, ayan, sa Makati, to join a non-profit organization. And super big shift siya for me. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin how NGO works, diba, and operates. Super ibang-iba sa isang super stable na corporation. But every day, I think, yan sila, Meryl, tayo, YC Network, and to all the org and people that led me to this place na super, I don't feel like I'm working, diba? I feel like I am still doing what I love the most, but this time, I'm being paid. And I'm doing it for a living. And yan, super grateful din tayo kay Tayo 18 for paving the way na hindi na lang sideline yung paggawa ng development work or ng community project, pero ginagawa na natin siya as part of our career. Ayun. Thank you po. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Lester.
For me, nag-quit ako on my
Bago ka ano,
corporate job.
bago ka nag-quit sa job mo.
Bago ako nag-quit sa job ko, parang ano yon, shoutout sa mga boss ko. Nag-set up na ako ng mga meetings sa calendar ko para makita nila in a meeting. Kahit ibang hindi work-related. Doon ko na-realize kasi na hindi ko to kayang pagsabayan. Kasi may mga partner meetings din ako na like nagko-coincide na siya sa sa pag dito sa work ko. Tapos that time pa I'm working with PLDT. Tapos ang partner ko is Globe. Kasi sila yung nag-incubate ng idea ni Farmbox. So parang ang daming okay. Ang daming hindi ko pwedeng gawin or ganyan-ganyan kasi syempre magkalaban silang brand. So parang tapos that time parang okay, pinapasweldo na ako ng parang nawawala na ako ng time din matulog. So parang ako, okay, sa gabi mag-work pa ako. So nung time na yon, namili na ako kung ang goal naman kasi talaga really is to be full-time on the things that you want to do. Pero hindi ko in-expect na ganun siya kabilis mangyayari na like in the after 6 months after establishing Farmbox, magkukwit agad ako on my full-time job na sobrang secure. Tapos madaming benefits and all. Pag nag-put up ka na ng sarili mong social enterprise, mawawala na lahat yon, yung mga privileges and all. So parang mahirap siya nung magko-quit na ako, pero yun din naman yung goal, doon din naman papunta. So just a leap of faith lang, nag-jump out ako ng ship na yon and I pursue Farmbox and hindi ko naman siya pinagsisihan. And yun yung naging ko. So parang doon yung naging realization ko kasi is yung time na iba kasi yung fulfillment kapag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. So yun yung naramdaman ko talaga na iba talaga to. So parang ito yung gusto kong gawin for the next few years. So yun din yung nagpa-motivate sa akin to quit my job and to pursue a social enterprise.
Hawig din sa story ni Patrick about following what you really want to do. May connection na kayo, Pat and Lester. Ayun, yung may wagang gong ni Patrick.
Yes.
Very early.
Sige, go.
I think mahirap talaga siya pagsabayan. I think that's the truth. Mahirap pagsabayan yung trabaho at saka yung advocacy. For example, me, I'm a woman in tech. It doesn't have anything mostly to do with advocacy, but we try. We try to, blur the lines between work and our advoc work together, but sometimes the lines can't be blurred. But what really got me going the past 18 years, I feel, because I've been a youth leader for such a long time. I'm older than most of you guys here, maybe everyone. Is that I have a really good support system. Wow, Ryan, oy Rasha. Grabe naman yung mga executive director na nandito sa live na to today. Pero I have like a really, really great support system. So the past 6 years, my support system has always been Millennials PH, the team that I work with. So they're the executive committee, but from workmates, we were able to still respect boundaries and work ethics and all that, and still, become from friends to family. And in that support system now, I have Yura, and I have Patrick, I have Jaros, I have Trisha. So I feel like Patrick said this to me a week ago. Sabi ni Patrick, habang nandito siya sa bahay, sabi niya, guys, sabi niya, parang hindi daw mag-e-expire yung friendship namin. Tapos sabi ko, bakit naman mag-e-expire yung friendship? Parang ganon. Tapos sabi niya, kasi daw, mga bakla daw kaming lahat. So, hindi daw masyadong magla-level up. Yung, parang feeling niya, hindi daw ako magpapakasal, hindi daw ako magkakaanak, tapos halos lahat kami, puro bakla, ganyan, edi fun lang. Tapos I realized when Patrick said that, even if it's funny, I realized, the support system that I have now is very, very family. Even if we have different lines of job, even if not everyone is part of Millennials PH or Kapit Pinas, it really is a great support system. And I feel like with Kyle and Lester and Pat, I'm sure you guys have your support systems as well. It could be your family, it could be your boyfriends, it could be the students of Kyle who are very active right now. But like to me, it's my friends, sila Patrick, yung Millennials PH family ko. So I feel like not everybody not everybody is lucky to have that kind of support system. Like, you're friends, but at the same time, you have advoc work. It's not normal. But tayo, Ryan, di ba? Like, we fight for LGBTQ rights. And at the same time, we go to OBAR and watch drag shows together and watch all these things. I feel like it's very amazing that we have this kind of like dynamics and friendship because not a lot of people have that. So a lot of youth leaders and advoc workers might not be very lucky in terms of like their families kasi baka broken families or like hindi sila open sa families. But if you have like a really really good set of officers or better friends turn into advoc partners, I think like that's the best kind of support system ever.
Thank
So
you,
yeah,
thank
shout out sa mga friends namin nagtutroll ngayon sa comment section. Yung mga pangalan dyan, Bid Cruz, Jaros Reyes, Harvey Padilla, they're trolling on the comment
Mga
section.
bading.
Sila Julian, Manongdo, they're trolling somewhere sa comment section. So hi mga bading, manonood tayo ng Antak mamaya.
Tama. Salamat po sa suporta ng ating friends tsaka yung mga newfound friends natin ng mga students ni Kyle. Tutulong po kami sa paggawa ng exam ni Kyle. So, hintay-hintay lang. Anyway, before I put out the 100 free GCash, gusto kong magtanong to our alumni kasi alumni na to sila eh. What are you excited most about this year's Tayo Awards? Pero bago niyan sagutin, let's all watch our Tayo 20 teaser. Ayun, yun po yung pag-switch natin ng conversation. What are you most excited about this year's search or Tayo 20 natin, Patrick?
Ayan, thank you po, Ryan Charis. Hindi, what I'm excited mo,
I think inaantok na naman si Patrick, natutulog ulit siya. So, quiet po tayo guys. Joke lang. Kyle, let's wait for Patrick to reel back in. What are you most
nakakainis. Hello, ano ba naman yung internet sa Pilipinas? Siguro, na-excite ako sa Tayo 20 kasi face-to-face na siya. Hindi na natin kailangan mag-deal sa Zoom awarding at gawin yung mga award na madi-disconnect tayo. That's one. We're looking forward, Ryan, sa face-to-face na awarding. Sana, yung Tayo 18 and Tayo 19 makaakit ng stage. Diba? Iba pa din yung feeling nun eh. Ano lang yon, suggestion lang, pero ikaw pa rin naman masusunod at the end of the day. Saris! Anyway, aside sa hopefully face-to-face, again, thriving for 20 years is, a not easy task for that profit org. Especially times are changing. Kung ano yung youth orgs 20 years ago, hindi na ganun yung dynamics ngayon. May mga changes. And it must be really difficult for tayo to reinvent, to adapt, but you guys did it. You slayed it perfectly. Especially nung pandemic, you were quick to adjust, to adapt, and sobrang flexible. And not everyone can do that. That's why we are really happy to be part of this momentous occasion na 20 years strong. And here's to another 20 years for Tayo Awards. Sana talaga makaakit na kami ni Mary ng stage. Charis, thanks.
So, iniwan niya si Lester at si Kyle. Sila lang
Yes,
si Akya.
si Kyle, feel ko pag nag-apply yan sa Tayo 20 this year, mananalo na yan. Your time will come. Part ka na ng top 10, hindi na ng top 20. And Lester, I'm looking forward to meet you as well. Ayan, napakaganda ng concept. Mabuhay!
Wala tayong ipagpapaliban. Lahat tayo aakyat sa stage. Pero we're also wishing for that to happen, no? Na sana this year the awarding will be in person. So we're aiming for that. Kyle, ikaw.
Ayan, grabe. Hindi ako makamove on dun sa sa suggestion ni Patrick na sumali ulit kami.
Kaya mananalo ka na talaga.
Tama na,
Mananalo.
please.
This year, ang awarding, hindi application, lip sync for your life. So, kaya-kaya mong ipanalo yan. I believe.
Ayan. Anyway, grabe, sumagi na naman sa utak ko. Siguro aside from face-to-face din, kasi very excited din kami to have the face-to-face competition. Kasi 18 and 19 seasons, online talaga siya. Never kami nag-meet in person. Tapos, siguro ang excited ako is, parang big twist na na mangyayari. Siguro yung yung tayo na 10 accomplished youth organizations, siguro gagawin nilang 20 accomplished youth organizations. Why not, di ba? Suggestion for the 20th year. Tapos siguro pag sumali kami, finally, panalo na kami kasi 20 lang kukunin. Mali mo naman, Ryan, di ba? Magandang bright idea yon for the 20th year, 2020 national awardees. Ayun siguro. Pero sabi nga ni Patrick, ikaw pa din naman masusunod sa dulo. Ayun.
Kala mo ako yung nagde-decision talaga, no? Ako lang yung nagde-decision. I have a trivia though. That conversation was raised once. Dati. No, not for tayo 20. Dati. Like that conversation was raised na parang, no, let's award all of them. Ang galing nilang lahat. Tapos kami parang, wow. Yun. Trivia lang for people who are watching. Meryl.
What was the question again? Masyado akong naano sa kwento ni Kyle. Nawala ako sa tanong. The question was, what are we excited for tayo, right? Okay, diba? Sorry guys, gutom na kasi ako. Diba kanina pa ako nagmumukbang sa live natin? May nag-call out na sa akin na nagmumukbang daw ako. But okay lang yan, Julian. Kahit nang call out.
Hindi naman pa webinar.
Wait, gusto ko i-shoutout muna bago sagutin yung tanong na to. Shoutout ko yung anak namin si Mindoro, si Paula Asadera. Also our FEU kids, si Geb, tsaka si Sean, tsaka si Matthew. Hello guys. Yan. I'm excited about our volunteers because after Kapit Pinas, they built their own youth groups, their own NGOs. And 2 years later, that's a long time. If you think about it, nag-mature na sila, they grew up. And now, because they've been doing a lot of work, DevCom work in their communities, ganyan, I feel like eto na yung time, nasasali sila, tapos mananalo sila. So I'm excited that next, in this Tayo 20, yung mga mananalo ay, hindi naman lahat, kasi syempre, pero I wish that it will be youth organization partners from Kapit Mindanao and Kapit Pinas because they're really amazing. We wouldn't be able to raise 15 million pesos in a span of a year and a half without our amazing youth groups and partners. So I feel like now that they've had more experience and more wisdom and practice, I'm sure nasa Tayo 20, pag nanood ako, I'll be like very proud because, oh shit, those are Kapit Mindanao, Kapit Pinas volunteers. I'll be very happy. Actually, besides kay Patrick nga, sila Kyle, we were also partnering when Kapit Pinas was happening. Kyle was our Marinduque head as well. So like, ayun, that's how I met Kyle actually. I met him because of Kapit Pinas. So I wish that we could meet more young people and that they could become winners of Tayo as well. Not just for the prestige, not just for the money or the seed funding, but more on the experience. I hope that they can find their own Patrick Manuel, their own soulmates in this span of time. Ang ingay naman talaga dito sa amin sa Mandaluyong, no?
Thanks, Meryl. Lester.
Yung excited ako is that kasi to have new breeds na ma-awardan and also na makakakita na naman tayo ng mga projects wherein we have similar goals. Kasi kasi sa atin, isa yun sa mga motivations din natin na okay, may mga same person pala, may mga baliw din na kagaya namin na talagang nagpupursue din ng gano'n. Kasi minsan naisip mo to give up kasi is this the right thing to do? But if you have, if there are others doing it, So, yun yung isa sa mga na-excite ako. And also to new and innovative ideas na naman. Kasi for tayo, isa sila sa mga nagpo-produce ng mga innovative ideas on how we can help other people. And yun yung na-excite ako kung ano pa yung mga kakaiba and mga other ideas on how they are creating impact on their communities.
Thank you, Lester. And hinge ko lang yung ako, sasagot din ako as part of tayo. We're excited for tayo 20 kasi every year, ipag-imagine mo, 20 years na ang foundation. 20 years is 2 decades. Galing ko mag-math, no? Charot. And if you really think about it, every year, iba-iba yung ginagawa ng mga kabataan. Every year we say, we've seen what the youth can do. Maybe next year, pareho-pareho lang din yun. But every year, it's always different. So, from the Secretariat, I could say, we're excited to see ano na naman yung gagawin ng kabataang Pilipino na bago na naman sa mata namin. Sa mata nating lahat na hindi natin alam that existed or that's possible pero nagawa na pala nila. So, ayun. For this segment, bago ko kayo i-let go. Charot. Bago ko kayo pakainin ng dinner. Gusto kong itanong po yung tayo asks question. Okay? Ready na po ba yung ating mga kasama sa comment section? 100 worth of GCash po. So, makinig po tayo. The question is very, very easy. So, ready na po ba ang lahat? Sorry. Ang hirap pagkasakit sa live. Ready na po ba yung mga nasa comment section? Ayun, Aaron is ready, Alexandra is ready, Keith is ready. So, 100 Gcash siya. Tapos, yung first na makakasagot, yun po ang ating i-announce mamaya after the whole episode. So, you have to stay all throughout. Ayan, ready na ba? I-flash ko na yung question. Alright, the question is, this is Tayo's 20th year. On what year was Tayo Awards founded? Again, on what year was Tayo Awards founded? 2000. Sige, lapag nyo lang. Tapos, ayan, last, on what year was Tayo Awards founded? Ayan, we will reveal kung sino po yung tama yung sagot mamaya. Okay? Before we reveal kung sino yung nanalo, any few words, any plugs that you want to do, our guests for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Kyle?
And first of all, I thank you so much, Ryan, for once again inviting us dito sa Taya Talks. And to my 54 students na kanina pa sobrang ingay sa comment section, hello sa inyo. Good luck sa inyo sa Monday sa exam natin. Ayan.
Yes.
Right now, we are looking for volunteers for Angat Buhay Literacy Hub. If we are also accepting volunteers outside of Marinduque. We are very much in need of volunteers who can help us with our online engagements. Those who can create pub mats, kasi running out of creative juices na kami. If you want to volunteer, please visit our Facebook page, The Street Classroom. All of the details for applying as a volunteer for Angat Buhay Literacy Hub, all of those are there. And if you want to support The Street Classroom, you can also visit our Facebook page to find more details about it. Thank you so much. And siguro to the interested groups for Tayo 20, ano lang, siguro sa una, gaya namin na parang na-entice kami sa cash grant kasi malaking tulong talaga yun for your organization. Pero as your journey goes along sa Tayo Awards, marirealize mo na in the end, parang bonus na lang talaga yung cash grant. Parang marirealize mo na the real trophy of tayo ay yung mismo mga beneficiaries na natulungan mo. Kasi parang makikita mo sa kanila yung long-lasting effect ng ginawa niyong efforts. So, yun, let's all continue to be inspired at maging liwanag tayo lagi para sa lahat. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Kyle. Lester.
Okay, so I just want to plug. You can go to our to know more about Farmbox and how we are helping our local farmers. So you can go to our website www.farmboxonline.com, and also if you want to partner with us, don't hesitate to email us at support@farmboxonline.com, or just message us or message me on my socials. So ayan. So we are here to help more and more farmers in the Philippines, and hopefully we the farmers are not the poorest sector anymore in the Philippines.
We hope for that, Lester, and we will work hard for that. Thank you, Lester. Patrick.
Ayan. So to all our viewers, thank you so much sa panonood tonight. Hopefully, meron kayong napulot from the panelists na, let's say, golden nugget or kahit small inspiration to apply for Tayo Awards this coming October, or I think last week ng September, ilalunch na siya ng Tayo Awards. So for a plug, you may visit our Facebook pages. We have Millennials PH, of course, Pantawid COVID Project, and Kapit Pinas for our future initiatives. For I've seen a lot of FEU students na naka-tune in din. Ayan. So kasama ko tonight si Geb. Ayan, dito siya. Yung president ng FEU College Y Club. Of course, our summa cum laude and best valedictorian. Nag-vlog ng mga proud people dito. Si Matthew, ayan. Ayan. Super quick plug lang. This coming October in Occidental Mindoro, Millennials PH together with the FEU Foundation, FEU College Y Club, and of course, FEU Nicanor Reyes Memorial Foundation together with the Volunteerism Services Office, we will be conducting the Kalikam. Ayan, kalikasan, ay kabataan para sa kabataan in time of, or in honor, of course, of the Tamaraw Month, which is the mascot of FEU. So, if you're interested to participate, this is a 2-day boot camp for free. And, of course, Meryl co-designed the program with me together with the MPH Executive Committee. Message me lang on Facebook, it's Patrick Manuel. It's open for all, and hopefully makasama namin kayo sa patuloy na pangangalaga ng kalikasan natin. Thank you so much po, at mabuhay tayong lahat. Patuloy tayong lumahok, lumaban at lumaya para sa kabataan. Yan. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Meryl.
Ayan, thanks, Pat. Also, yung program na sinasabi ni Pat, it was also co-designed by another Tayo awardee from our batch, Jeros Reyes. So, imagine tatlong Tayo awardees. Actually, 4 with Ayed, Valvestil. 4 Tayo people will be in Mindoro Occidental by October. Very excited. But at the same time, I want to plug 2 things. One, Millennials PH is already organizing our national summit. Usually it's done every December, but because we just finished the elections, people are still tired, busy, and we're still looking for money. We're gonna do it by the first quarter of the next year. So we hope to be able to get as much young leaders from different parts of the Philippines. Second, as of today, Millennials PH has 145 chapters in 145 areas of the Philippines. This year, we have been working with a lot of SKs, and 150 more SKs want to be part of Millennials PH and bring Millennials PH to their areas. If you do the quick math, that's about 295 chapters, diba? But Millennials PH goal by next year is to be able to create 1,000 chapters. Why? It's not for our prestige or for our network, but because we believe that in Millennials PH, nagiging amazing yung kabataan, lalo when it's surrounded by amazing people. And so we want to be able to ripple that effect in 1,000 more areas in the Philippines to be able to empower more young people and be able to create 1,000 more meaningful projects. So if you want to bring Millennials PH to your town, to your province, to your city, please message us in our social media platforms. We will bring Millennials PH to you, and we'll make sure that you'll get access to all our training, capacity building programs, and etc., as well as our summits. So hopefully, our fellow Tayo awardees and finalists will help us out in building that 1,000 more meaningful projects by next year. Kaya natin to. Last but not least, Ryan, you asked us what we're excited about Tayo. I wanted to share one thing, what I'm not excited about. So in the past two tayo experiences that we've had, it was in the Malacanang Palace. So this year, for Tayo 20, if it's gonna be done in the presidential Malacanang Palace, okay lang. Sakto lang. Charot.
So, we have not done the awarding in Malacanang since 2016. So we've done
Perfect.
actually awarding na hindi sa Malacanang. All right. Thank you so much, Meryl, Kyle, and Patrick, and Lester for joining us to tonight's Tayo Talks. Before anything, gusto natin balikan yung question na pinush ko kanina. On what year was Tayo founded? Can any more of our alumni answer? Sige. Bawian to ng trophy.
2002.
2002.
2002, tama. At ang nakakuha ng 100 worth of GCash is si Geb.
Wow!
Andito siya.
Yeah, I know.
Grabe
Geb,
naman talaga si
hi ka
Geb.
sa audience natin.
Dahil ka dito. O hindi ko
Hi,
yung sinutor,
Gab.
super fan kasi siya ng Tayo Awards. So mag-hi ka daw.
Uy, yan sila Geb, partner din namin yan sa Kapit Pinas. Feeling ko future tayo awardee sila.
Ayan. Hi, Gab. Gab, please message our Facebook page for you to claim your 100 GCash. Sa ating mga gustong for those who want to win GCash worth of 100, see you in next week's Tayo Talks episode. Again, maraming salamat sa mga dumaan, nanood at nagstay sa ating first Tayo Talks with Meryl, Kyle, Patrick, and Lester. Our next Tayo Talks is about the application process of Tayo, and we will be giving tips to aspiring applicants in applying for the Tayo Awards. And we're calling it Mahirap Ba Mag-Apply? It's on September 30, 2022 at 8 p.m. Ayan. Again, thank you so much. See you sa ating next Tayo Talks. Last pala, iniimbitahan natin ang lahat for our launch ng Tayo Awards, our 20th search for Tayo Awards on September 27. And we will be sharing posters, videos, Facebook frames, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, further information, visit our website for updates and questions at www.tayoawards.net or follow us in our social media platforms at Tayo Awards. Again, Beryl, Lester, Kyle, Patrick, maraming salamat. At tara na, tayo na sa pagsiklab sa bagong dekada.
We have been with you for 108 years, sharing happiness and creating moments together. But now is the time, more than ever, to go beyond by showing up in times when we are needed the most, to reaching you wherever you may be, to serving the ones who need a chance to recover, to rebuild, to restart, to help uplift the lives of other people, while protecting and preserving the resources we all need to survive. It's time to do more than just good. Now is the time to give more, do more, be more. For you, for the communities we serve, for a better future shared by all. Coca-Cola, Go beyond good.